Oh, my nigga Diamond K on the check-in. Salute Diamond K, radioonfire.com. Let me check on his site. Hold on a second. That's my homie from B-More.
You are now streaming worldwide on radioonfire.com and the Radio on Fire app.
Diamond K, are you moving to the ATL? I know you were talking about that, man, before the pandemic.
Giving you more talk, more news, and more music. It's Radio on Fire.
Okay, there you go. RadioOnFire.com. That's the homie, Diamond K.
Thank you for listening to Radio on Fire.
I see High Roller Records, Jay Jackson Live, The Diamond K Show, of course. Yeah, folks, make sure you check out my homie, RadioOnFire.com. That's Diamond K.
Follow us on all social media at Radio on Fire.
Welcome back. Glad that you could join me, Diamond K, on the other side. And Radio on Fire talks to America through digital news broadcasts and social media content. We are a rising multimedia platform generating over 350,000 listeners and viewers per month through our audio and video streams from politics, breaking news, celebrity info, sports talk, pop culture, and more. Radio on Fire keeps our audience covered. So I was talking about the back to school process that's happening right now. And during the Trump virus, kids, of course, are forced to do this virtual learning and very limited in-school functions. The Trump virus, and I keep calling it the Trump virus because his inability to handle the situation properly is why we're in this situation. Because of his negligence, incompetence, a lot of different words. And Trump supporters, I hear you. I can hear you through the camera saying, "Oh, he stopped people from coming from China." Right. Okay. All right. Right. Look at the tape though. Okay, listen to what he said. Listen to what he says today. He talks crazy, and it's the Trump virus. That's just what it is. So anyway, kids around the country are going to school as best as they can. Unfortunately, computer glitches have disrupted online classes. Students across the U.S. ran into this computer glitch today. I mean, site crashing. I guess that could be expected. I mean, they did have a lot of time to get this together. I don't know why it's not. Why didn't they get this together? Right? You had time. It's just like when the polls, when the election machines are having trouble or they're having trouble counting things. You knew this was coming. You knew this election was coming for 4 years. And I don't know. But they did know, at least for 6 months. These people are supposed to teach the children. They want to teach the children to study, do their homework, prepare for a test. They have one test. Get the learning situation together so the kids can learn. And they fail that. They fail it. Now, I'm sure that they're going to patch things up. The online learning platform is called Blackboard, and it provides technology for 70 of the nation's 100 biggest districts and serves more than 20 million students from kindergarten all the way to the 12th grade. Reported that the websites were failing to load or were loading slowly and users were unable to register for the first day. So this is something that they have to work through, and based on the amount of students that are logging in, I just wish that there had been more preparation. But such is life, and hopefully they get it together. On the other side of things, I was talking about parents who are apprehensive about the students learning from home or think that the students can't learn from home. Not sure why they feel like that. I mean, because you're right there. You can make sure that the kid pays attention and does all the things that they need to do. To me, that's a good thing. But, what do I know, right? A lot of parents are not in a hurry to send their kids back to school because obviously there's no cure for the coronavirus. And if you watch the commercials that come on TV and are talking about side effects from this, or, years ago, did you take that and now it has this? I want you to keep that in mind when they roll out some coronavirus vaccine too quickly. It needs to be time taken to make sure that it works properly. Not just them rushing out something just for the sake of rushing something out, right? So until that happens, I'm sure that a lot of people are going to be virtually working and virtually schooling the kids. Okay. But as I said, this online platform that is called Blackboard is what kids are using. 3 of Texas's largest districts, Houston, Dallas, and Fort Worth, were hit with technical problems, as were school systems in places like Idaho and Kansas. There was also a ransomware attack that forced schools in Hartford, Connecticut to postpone today's virtual in-class sessions. So a lot of things going on with regards to that. Right now, you can check out a story on radioonfire.com that talks about these computer glitches that disrupted classrooms as schools were trying to return today. And so, I'm encouraged that this is something that we can get through. But you can see it. So a salesperson for Blackboard said that the program, the problem is with the company's website content management system. And it occurred because of the big morning surge in online traffic. And, I get that. You would think that they would have had, anticipated that this was coming. They claim that it was restored about a little bit after 1 p.m. today, and that the company was working on refining its approach to prevent further problems. And of course, he apologized for disruptions. But he said he's sorry, so it should all be good because he said he was sorry. Anyway, a lot of different things going on with regards to that. So kids learning from home. If you're working from home and your child is learning from home, then you're right there with them, which to me is a good thing. You know what I mean? If I could be right there while my child is learning and I can help along in this process, to me that is a good thing. But everybody's different. Some people are not cut out for that, and I get it. I definitely get it. You're tuning in to Diamond K Show here on Radio on Fire. So another bit of news that I wanted to get into and talk about this, and that is a voter's guide on how to participate in the general election. General election is coming up. So I want to talk a little bit about that and how, because there's so much information out there. It may confuse people. It may make people nervous. Voting is super important. Super important. All right. And we need everybody to do that. So again, I'm on radioonfire.com. Marylanders have this opportunity to participate in this process. People in Baltimore are going to be electing a mayor, and want to get people really comfortable with the process and make a decision on how they're going to do it. So we're voting for the president, voting for Congress, et cetera, November the 3rd. So a couple of key points that I want to get into. Can I vote? If you are a registered Maryland voter, you should expect to receive a mail-in ballot application in the mail. If you haven't gotten one already, you should have it. But if you haven't gotten it already, your request must be received. The request must be received. It must be in the office by October the 20th. The request. However, you don't have to request a mail-in ballot if you intend to vote in person. Okay? So if you need to register to vote or you want to check your registration, you can do that right here. As I said, if you go on radioonfire.com and click the Maryland Voter Guide on how to participate in the general election, you can do that. So when can you vote? I mean, that's a fair question, right? Ballots will be sent out around the start of next month. And election officials say that you should fill it out and either send it in or deposit it in one of the secure drop boxes as soon as you can. No waiting until the last minute. None of that stuff. We want to get this out of the way as quickly as possible. So anyway, ballots must either be in the drop box by 8 p.m. on November 3rd or postmarked on or before November the 3rd. Let me say that again. Ballots must either be in the drop boxes by 8 p.m. November 3rd or postmarked on or before November the 3rd. Election officials also want voters to know that a ballot is, that a ballot is mailed. That the day that a ballot is mailed isn't necessarily the day that it's postmarked. Okay, so it used to be. Well, I'm not going to say that because if the mail carrier had already picked up you dropped it in the mailbox, they already picked up for that day. It's not getting postmarked till the next pickup day. So just because you dropped it in a mailbox, if the collection's already happened for that day, or the post office is closed and it's November 3rd, that's not getting postmarked by that day. And the drop boxes are secure, so you can drop it in there now. Republicans are going to tell you it's not secure. It's fraud. Like, they're going to tell you all kind of stuff. And basically, unless Donald Trump wins, all the Republicans are going to say that, it's a conspiracy against Donald Trump. So be prepared for that. What needs to happen is it needs to be a landslide. It needs to be a landslide to get Trump out. And even still then, we're going to have some controversy. I personally think he's going to have to be dragged out of there kicking and screaming. Kicking and screaming. Even if he gets another 4 years, they're going to have to drag him out of there kicking and screaming because he ain't going to want to go there either. Now, so let's move further down. What is on your ballot? What is on the ballot? And let's look at this a little bit further. Voters across Maryland will be able to vote for president and House of Representatives. Okay, the presidential tickets on the ballot are obviously Donald Trump and Mike Pence They are the Republican incumbents, and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Okay. There are some libertarians on here as well. Now, the Green Party didn't get that much shine this time, not like they did the last time, right? But there's also a socialist bread and roses party. In addition to that, you have other races, of course, across Baltimore City. There are other races and all of that. So there's definitely 80 early voting centers that will be open statewide. Those same locations will be among the approximately 350 to be open on election day. So what does that mean? What does that mean? That means that there is no excuse. There is no excuse to not participate if you want to participate. No excuse. All right. So you have Baltimore City, Baltimore County. You have a gang of places. And Carroll County, of course, Howard County, Harford County, throughout Maryland, multiple places to go. And as I said, go to radioonfire.com and click the Maryland Voter Guide, how to participate in the general election. So I'm just tuning in, your man Diamond K in here. And, I want to say this. Hopefully, this is the last time I will be talking about Kanye West. I want to get it done and get it over with. Kanye West did a interview with Nick Cannon, who has his own controversies going on. And so Kanye West, like I said, the first part of the interview, I didn't even comment on it. Second part of the interview, they released today. And there was a question, I thought it was an important question. So Kanye claims that he's running for president, or as he says with Nick Cannon, he's walking for president. Stupid. And there was a question about him meeting with Jared Kushner. And he basically said he can meet with whoever he wants, which is true. But the issue is that he's trying to run for office. And he claims that he wants to maybe run in 2024 as well. So if you're going to run for office, then people are going to ask you questions like, you met with such and such, and what's up with this, and what's up with that. Your answer as a wannabe elected official should not be, I can meet with who I want to meet with, right? Unless you want people to draw their own conclusions. So if you don't tell them, they're going to draw their own conclusions. Now, he can meet with who he wants. This is true. But it is about ideals. What are the ideals of the person you're meeting with? What came of your meeting? And if you're meeting with someone who people may have a problem with that you're trying to reach as voters, they are going to have some questions. But voting for Kanye West, be it 2020 or 2024, is a wasted vote. You might as well ball up your ballot and throw it out of the window while you're driving down the street. It's a wasted vote. Okay. Kanye knows nothing. Kanye is not responsible enough to babysit his own kids. Okay. Why would anyone want to vote for Kanye West? What Kanye West does not understand is that he is a tool. He's a tool. He's completely out of touch with reality. Be it music, be it designing clothing, be it politics. He has made some good music in the past, but now Kanye West is trash. Kanye makes trash clothing. He makes trash music now. And his thoughts on politics are trash. All right. Kanye is worse than Cardi B talking about politics. And let me tell you why. If you ask Cardi B, she will admit she doesn't know everything. She will admit she may not say things the right way. She may come off as ratchet. She'll admit that. Kanye thinks he knows what he's talking about. That's worse. Cardi B can at least be taught. Kanye he's so wrapped up in himself that he thinks that what he's saying and doing is correct. He defends trying to in a presidential campaign when you're trying to get signatures and raise money in South Carolina, start crying about almost aborting his daughter. And he said, well, I'm crying about my daughter. People should be proud of it. There's a time and a place for everything. You don't cry about your daughter and yell and scream while you're trying to get signatures and get on the ballot in South Carolina. Okay, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but it's Kanye West. Clearly, he's unstable. So he sits down and he's having a conversation with Nick Cannon, right? And I'm not going to say Nick Cannon is unstable. He might be a little bit off. And he's egging Kanye on, and that's part of the problem. When people egg Kanye on, then he gets into this. It's really weird. It's really weird. But I'm not going to spend too much more time on him. He did this 2-part interview with Nick Cannon, which you can check out. And Nick tried to get him to clarify some of his more stupid comments, like his statements about Harriet Tubman or his statements about slavery. I mean, Kanye was all over the place. He didn't really address anything, even though they talk about the subject. Why did you say this? What did you mean about that? But Kanye goes off on some weird, and people think it's cool that he has a rant, he has the attention span of an ant. People think that that's cool, right? It's not cool. It's not cool. Now, Kanye has denied claims of being paid by Republicans, claims that, he has too much money. He got more money than Trump. He got more money than all of the Republicans, right? Okay, whatever. Then it's crazy because he says that he has all this money, right? And like me, need to be paid by the Republicans. I got money. Like, people with money still like to make more money. I mean, Donald Trump has money, but he's steadily trying to siphon and pillage more money because that's what people with money do. They get more money, right? You don't have so much money that you don't need any more money because Kanye West has gone broke plenty of times. Oh, people don't remember? Maybe Kanye doesn't remember. Don't you remember Kanye West was on Sway in the Morning a few years ago, begging for money, talking about he was broke? We don't remember that? He was begging Facebook to give money, anybody else, and you don't have all the answers, Sway. Nobody remembers that. He was broke then, right? But he had made a lot of money, but he said he was broke because he had wasted the money because he's not smart. He's talented, but he's not smart. And there is a difference. Kanye is going to be one of those celebrities that gets older and gets real reclusive and doesn't come outside for a long time, is walking around in a bathrobe. He's going to be one of those guys. But anyway, he sat there with Nick Cannon and said he doesn't care about money. He's a liar. Okay, he's a liar. He bragged in this same interview clip with Nick Cannon about how he does not care what people think about him. I'm talking about Kanye West. Kanye says that he doesn't care what people think about him, but then goes on a whole rant about how he disagrees with Forbes magazine and their assessment of his finances. He calls them racist because he feels as though he's worth this much or that much. We're talking about net worth, not liquid, net, right? And so, this is estimated. We don't, maybe he's worth this or that. All right. This is not how much money he actually has. And so Kanye, I mean, I told you how I feel about Forbes magazine and their lists, right? If you're a rapper, right? If you're a rapper and they say that the top paid rapper is Kanye West, but most of it, only 10% of his money was actually made in rap, you're not the highest paid rapper. Right? If you made all his money, which most of that money came from his deal with Adidas, that ain't rap. That's not a rapper. That's why when these rappers are tagging on t-shirts and tickets and all that kind of stuff with album sales, it doesn't really count. It's not really album sales. You're goating people into buying the album and trying to trick the system into counting your album. That's not real. And this is the world that Kanye West lives in, and it's not real. But anyway, Kanye, I'm going to say it. Kanye's crazy, but that's not nothing new. You already knew that. Nick Cannon is crafty, but Kanye West is barely stable enough to function. He breaks out those weird looking Crocs, and because people criticize it and say that it's ugly, which it is, he says, well, you haven't made any shoes. Okay, that's beside the point. We're saying that the shoes that you're holding up, that you're trying to sell, are ugly. Point blank, period. Right? He's been hanging around Donald Trump and wiping up Donald Trump's shoes too long because he's starting to talk like him. Right? When you say something, why did you do this? Why'd you do that? Right? I mean, just answer the question. Right? He's so juvenile. But anyway, Kanye West has made music that has helped people. It has, right? But now his words and actions disappoint and hurt some of those same people. It will be hard for Kanye West to then turn around and expect those same people to vote for him. Kanye West cannot get elected president of the PTA. Oh, wait, he can't even go to school because of the Trump virus. Anyway, aside from the facts that he knows nothing about world events or running a business. Other people are running the business for him. Most of the things that happen because of branding of his name. He can't even run his own record company. Where are his artists at? Remember, he used to have artists? His music career is a disaster because he is a disaster. So bad that Jay-Z don't even want to even speak to him. It's sad because Kanye used to make great records. But in 2020, he is disgusting. I don't hate Kanye, but I pity the fool. I pity the fool. Mr. T. Google it. It's Mr. T. All right. So last thing before I get out of here, let me say this. On Friday, I will be talking to the independent candidate for mayor in Baltimore. His name is Bob Wallace. So we're going to sit down with him. A lot of people may have this question. Who is Bob Wallace? I've never heard of him before. And boom, he's just out of here, out of nowhere. And a lot of money into the campaign, a lot of advertising. And he wants to be the mayor of Baltimore. And so I want to know who he is. So we're going to talk to him on Friday, 7 p.m. on the Diamond K Show. Tomorrow, we will be talking with TJ Smith, who is the former Baltimore City Police spokesperson. He also ran for mayor in the on the Democratic side. He is now working with, and he is an advisor for Bob Wallace. So we're going to be talking to TJ Smith tomorrow, 7 p.m. on the Diamond K Show, which you can check out tomorrow, 7 p.m. As I said, my live interview with TJ Smith will be tomorrow. Facebook.com/Radio on Fire or radioonfire.com/live or on YouTube, DJ Diamond K. So we talk about a lot of things here, and I like to talk about politics a lot, as you know, but I also like to talk about some other things. And in a sad, I gotta say, a sad turn of events, Tamar Braxton. Tamar is obviously the singing sister of Tony Braxton. Her boyfriend has filed for a restraining order, and he is claiming domestic violence. And so news surfaced that Tamar was rushed to the hospital after her boyfriend found her unresponsive. You remember that story. Braxton and her boyfriend were staying at the Ritz-Carlton in LA. And the boyfriend said that Tamar was drinking and took an unknown amount of prescription pills. And now the boyfriend has reportedly filed a restraining order against Tamar and claiming domestic violence incident that went down. And he filed this restraining order today, saying that he was looking to prevent a domestic violence incident. And as of now, the court has not approved the request. And I'm really worried about Tamar. I am. I met Tamar once and not twice. I met Tamar twice in Maryland, and early in her career. This is when the Braxtons was popping. Like they had a 3-person singing group called the Braxtons. This is in the 90s, and she was nice. She was friendly. This is early in their career, and to see where her career has taken her now, I'm concerned. I am concerned, and that I just wanted to put that out there. So definitely, she is in our thoughts and prayers. A couple of things. Let me go to some questions, or some comments here. And so Fred Carter is saying now it's the Trump virus. Hilarious. It is the Trump virus. And why am I calling it the Trump virus? It's the Trump virus because, one, Trump should have handled it as the commander in chief. He should have handled it, and he has not. All right. If Obama was in office during the coronavirus, and he said, well, I did stop travel from China. Oh, you Republicans will be going crazy. If he tried to wear a mask, not wear a mask, make fun of people wearing a mask, and you had people attending his rallies passing away, and just the recklessness. If President Obama was doing that, y'all would definitely be calling it the Obama virus. All right. How did it get the name Obamacare? Got the name Obamacare because you attached it to President Obama. And this is the Trump virus. All right. This is the Trump virus. So Fred Carter is surprised about that. But I am, he's laughing about that. I'm glad that you find it amusing that I'm calling it the Trump virus. Also, what else Fred has to say? Now I have to agree with you on that Kanye West stuff. Okay, good. At least, clearly you are a Trump supporter, Fred, and that is fine. And we disagree on who should be president, but we agree that Kanye West is an idiot. Okay, I'm glad that we agree on that, and I don't want to censor you, Fred. So Fred feels as though people should vote Trump 2020, and that's fine if that's what you want to do. But I don't know. You say that you want to do that, but let me say this: if this is how Trump acts when he's worried about getting reelected, imagine how bad he's going to be if he didn't have to worry about getting reelected, right? Meaning that he's just in for 4 more years, and it would be terrible. It would be terrible and horrible. And horrible and terrible. Of course, on social media, you can hit me up, Diamond K, of course, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show, of course, at Radio on Fire. So also advertise with us, connect your message with our engaged audience of over 350,000 listeners and viewers per month. Visit radioonfire.com/advertise to get started. You can follow the Diamond K Show on Spotify or your favorite podcast network. New shows drop daily. radioonfire.com, thediamondkshow.com. Also, you can always support the program on Cash App, and that is $DJ Diamond K. Of course, your donations help us continue to do what we do here with the program, and that's to bring you independent news and progressive opinion on politics, social issues, entertainment, and more. For booking and media requests, contact me, djdiamondk@gmail.com. Until next time, if you see it, then you can be it. It is all about having vision. My name is Diamond K. I will see you guys and girls tomorrow on the program. We'll be back tomorrow with a special guest, TJ Smith, and we're going to be talking about how we can make Baltimore better. All right. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.